I'm muted, all type of shit. Look, hey, bro, yesterday got me fucked up. But what's happening? What's going on? What is the deal with my Raider people, man? You are back for another episode here of the Raider Rundown, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. As y'all can tell, it's an early one, man. I really ain't getting no sleep. I ain't gonna cap to you, man. I slept, but I had, you know what I mean? It's tossing and turning all night, of course. You know what I mean? We didn't play in the game, but at the same time, we invested. So it's like, you know, last night just didn't have me feeling right. I was a little sick to my goddamn stomach. So usually I go live at 10, but I'm like, nah, man, we got to go live a little hour earlier, man, in the morning, while it's fresh. You feel what I'm saying? And really talk about last night's loss to the Chargers, 20-9. There, as some people are going to, you know, be negative about the things, as you should. I'm not going to sit out here and say you shouldn't, but there are some positives to take away from the game. So there are some things to take away, but there's a lot of negatives as well. So let's go ahead. Let's get this funky music started, and let's get the show cracking. What's going on? What's the deal, man? Like I said, Hope everybody is good. I mean, last night, I hope you're recovering. It was a rough one last night, but you already know what the deal is, man. Before we get everything started for today's show, man, your regularly scheduled programming. Make sure you guys are tapping on the like button if you're feeling what you're hearing. Tap on the subscribe button as well if you're new here. And at the same time, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, and at the same time, right? Make sure if you are new here, definitely hit that subscribe button because we have after last night, probably ain't nobody after last night, it's gonna be tough. But we still giving away a Geno jersey as soon as we hit 3K, man. We still gonna do it. After last night, I know the sub count might get slow. But at the end of the day, bro, still hit that sub. We close to 3K, man. So we're very close. Third season, 3K in, man. So it's looking beautiful. So make sure you guys continue to tap in. Appreciate everybody that does tap in on the daily, man. So thank you. You already know what it is, man. It's the day after. So of course today is the rundown, man. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown on what went down. And also some of my opinion, man. It's gonna get a little spicy, of course, man. If you're tuning into a rundown show, it's gonna get spicy, especially after a loss, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and we're not gonna rationalize a lot of things that I've been seeing the fan base rationalize. There are some players that we needed to step up last night that did not. 100% did not. And we're gonna talk about that, in full force and full strength. But before we do any of that, man, y'all know the deal, man. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and give a shout out. So let's start the show off with give a shout out to all my people that's in the chat, man, with a roll call, man. My guy Dominique tapping in, man, on this beautiful morning, man. Appreciate you. Salute to you. S.A. Big Dog. Saludos to you too, my man. Saludos to you too. Dre for sure, man. Boy, what a BTA we took last night. Oh, 100%. 100%. And crazy enough, we still, honestly, bro, I feel like we still could have won the game. I mean, we took ass whooping last night. But realistically, I'm looking, bro. I'm like, bro, we could have won this game. We really could have won this game if we were playing up to our standard. We were not, though. What's up with taking Genty out every time he makes a good run, though? And we're going to talk about that as well. We definitely going to tap into that. Desert, what's going on with you? Salute. Yeah, Desert, yeah. I'm fucked up this morning, man. I'm fucked. The loss got everybody discombobulated. But we back. We good. 2 cents, man. What's going on with you? Salute. Who we got, man? We pausing on this, but I saw what I needed to see from him yesterday. I saw what I needed to see from him yesterday, so I ain't gonna say nothing too crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Max playing these coverage snaps so often, bro. I'm not really with that either. A couple times a game, sure, but like he was doing it way too often. Death Star should be dubbed House of the L until proof another one. No, you're 100% right. That makes it 19-24 as our overall record at home. So that's pretty trash. Anthony Rogers, man, salute to you. Graham need to be in the coach's box. Chip need to be on the sidelines. I don't think Chip is a good sideline coach, to be honest with you. I don't think Chip is a good sideline coach. And we're going to talk about Chip too, because he's got some culpability. The L-Star. There we go. The L-Star. Big Raider. Stewed on it. Yep. Still sick to my stomach. Same here. Shit, you are not wrong for feeling like that, because I'm sick because there are opportunities that we did not capitalize on. We just didn't capitalize, bro. And for me, it's mainly on the offense, but we'll talk about it, man. Isaiah, what's going on with you, man? Salute to you. Raiders fool Chris in the building. Salute to you, man. 3 picks, 0 TDs, nasty, disgusting work. Yeah, that's terrible. It's terrible. Showland, man. Man, crazy we giving the Geno jersey after his free give always last night. No, real talk. It's gonna be tough to get this one off after last night. I ain't gonna cap to you, but it's gonna be different. We'll see. Tapping in from Twitch. Appreciate you. By the way, where are you from, man? We are from California, man. We're from California. We out here in the Southern Cali. But appreciate you for tapping in on the Twitch side, man. Dominique, please no more Zamir running back or returning kicks, please. You know what? This is where I'm not going to go with the masks. Right? I actually was not mad at Zamir White yesterday. I mean, people can be mad that I said it, but I actually was not mad. And I get we want to see Ashton Genty, but I didn't think Zamir was kick returning. He's ass. I'm gonna be honest. Kick returning, he's terrible. I don't know why he's back there as that. So you're 100% right with that, Dominique. I don't know why he's back there returning kicks, but it's bad. Hold on. Yeah, but I don't know why he's returning kicks. Zamir returning kicks is trash. But as far as him running the ball yesterday, I wasn't like completely mad at what he did. So into that, let's go ahead. Let's get it started, bro. Let's get the show started. But before we do that, you already know, man, hit the like button, all that extra. So on that note, the Raiders take a tough L, right? The Raiders take a tough L yesterday, 20. I was gonna give us more points, 20-9, right? So off of that, man, we're gonna start with the most disappointing. I mean, we could start with the good, but I'm gonna save the good for later, bro, because we gotta go ahead and frame it now. The most disappointing thing for me was the offense. Just 100%, it was the offense. Why? And because the number one, the defense is in the good portion of this show, right? When we talk about the good portion, the defense mainly is going to be on that. They gave up 20 points, y'all. 20 points. Let's be real, right? You know what I mean? 20 points against the Chargers should give you an opportunity to win the game. That's point blank, period. Realistically, let's think about this and frame it as well. It's still fresh in our minds. What did the Chargers offense do after the second half? They only scored like 3 points. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, you could say like, oh yeah, they went conservative and all the extra. That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem that I should be worried about. That's on them. You got to play the game. So at that point, defense was playing well. We was playing well. I'm not going to say like we was playing great, but we was playing adequate enough to win the game. Let's say it like that. I don't think we were complete Swiss cheese. I put this loss mainly in square on the offensive shoulders, right? Offensive shoulders. Of course, Geno Smith, he shoulders much of the blame, and we'll talk about it. 3 interceptions, 0 tutties, right? So he gave the ball away at an alarming ass rate. I mean, he was throwing that shit to the other team at a certain point where it's like, and these interceptions, like, let's frame them too. The first one that he threw, I was like, all right, whatever, right? Because we came out here and we talked about it before the game yesterday, right? We was like, okay, I think I said it. He's gonna throw a pick. He's amped up, bro. He's aggressive. That just is what he is, right? I saw it. That's the attitude that he has. You read the article we talked about yesterday, brother. That's just his mindset right now. He's aggressive. Okay, sure. Right, we go from that. But the second one where he's just throwing it up to Dante, it's like, we probably didn't need to throw that, right? We probably didn't need to throw that. Third one, didn't need to throw that either, right? And we're not taking the underneath throws. It's like we're not taking the layups. We're trying to shoot the goddamn 3-pointer when the layups are wide open. The lanes are wide open, bro. Just take the 2. It is what it is. But we trying to be Steph Curry out this motherfucker. That's not what the game permits right now, bro. The game did not permit that yesterday. He was not taking what the game was given, right? And then you saw Pete after the game. He said like kind of the same thing. He's like, I don't know why we were throwing these deep shots and aggressive shots when they're just not there. We didn't practice that. We're supposed to be throwing underneath. We're supposed to be taking the chunk yardage. My estimation, and I'm going to get to the chat, but that drive where we went, I don't know, like 12 something plays, however many plays we went, damn near 18 plays, right? I think it was in the third quarter too. That was the game plan, in my opinion. I think that drive that we went like 17 or whatever plays that we did in the third quarter, that was supposed to be how we were playing the entirety of the game. But for whatever reason, Geno came out of the motherfucker and said, I'm going to shock the world. And he didn't need to, right? So this is just my estimate. I don't know if that's true or not, but just in my like best football guess, the way they was running that drive, the way it was clocking, the way Pete was talking after the game, that 17, 18 play drive in the third quarter was what the offense was supposed to be for the entirety of the game. For whatever reason, Geno said, all right, fuck it. Today, I'm going to air it out deep, and I'm going to get aggressive. That just don't work against this defense. I mean, and we talked, bro, they have to be respected to a degree on the front seven and all the extra. Now, the back end played very well for them yesterday. So you got to tip your hat. And we're going to talk about that too. So we'll bring up some of the we'll bring up some of the stats, but yeah, man. I just think we didn't take what the game permitted, and we're gonna go real deep into why I think we were trash too. But let me see what y'all on, man. Let me see what y'all talking about here. Zamir ain't no vision. It's not the best. 3rd and 2 gun run. See, exactly. I like these type of plays here, bro. Like it with Chip, and this is why I'm glad somebody brought this up too. I'm with this, bro. We got to drop some of this pistol shit that we're doing in 3rd and 1 and all that. It's not working, bro. We don't have the O-line. We don't have the hogs up front to try to do that. And number 2, like that seems more college-esque to me anyway. You feel what I'm saying? That's a little more college-esque to me anyway. Motherfuckers is too fast if they're going downhill for that. They're too fast. So right now, I think we got to drop it. Once we get more continuity, sure. But like, yeah, we got to drop that for right now. JPJ back at center, man. Meredith, talk, and let's really get into the crux. Y'all know how it go. Where's Mostert? See, I do get this sentiment though. I do want to see Mostert. Now looking at more, let's look at the stats a little bit, see what we have here. But Geno, okay, 1 for 80, 3 interceptions, very ugly, as we knew, right? You looking at this, it's a very ugly stat line, right? But then you go down to the rushing, okay? We just talked about Geno, that's fine. We go down to the rushing today, yesterday, not bad from Ashton Jeanty, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, man, and we'll focus on this. Stats, 11 carries, 43 yards, 3.9 average, right? Geno Smith ran a little bit. I thought he could have ran a little bit more, to be honest with y'all, yesterday. But hey, it is what it is. Trey Tucker had a end around. And then you see Zamir White. Damn, he only had -2 yards. See, but he only had 2 carries. It's like, yeah, I know all of us is tripping, but it's 2 carries. I'm not tripping about 2 carries. And this is where I'm gonna frame it. Yesterday, let's talk about Jeanty. I'm not mad at what I saw. I'm not mad at what I saw. He's gonna be straight. Jeanty gonna be straight. Yesterday I saw it. That's what I wanted to see. Right now, he didn't. I came out here and said, 120 all-purpose. We was being a fandom. At least we just wanted to see some plays where we were like, okay, there it was. Now at the beginning, I ain't gonna cap to y'all. It was shaky. He was going the wrong damn way on a run play. Missing blitz pickup. It's like, all right, dog. You know what I mean? I'm over here talking to my pops. What the fuck we doing? What's going on here? But as the game wore on, you saw he got comfortable. Okay, bet. You know what I mean? We get more comfortable in it. And now he made plays. You know what I mean? I think we can all surmise at this point. I don't care who you are. You can disagree with whatever. At the beginning, you could have disagreed with me. But as of right now, I think it is clear he is a volume running back, right? And that's not a negative word, but the meaning of that is like the more carries he gets, the better he is, right? He's not one of those other running backs in the league maybe where they can get minimal carries, but sometimes they'll just break some shit off and it looks better, right? That's just not the type of game he has. He has the quote unquote the Josh Jacobs game, bro. The more carries, the better he looks, the stronger he gets during the game. And that's what he is, right? He's a volume running back. And we saw it as well when you got him in the second level, finally, when he has space, he makes people miss. That's what I wanted to see, right? And that's what I was preaching the whole last week. That's what we talked about on here, bro. Get this man the football. Get him the football. If it's not working in the ground, right, find other ways to get this man the ball. That one spin move he had, that was a sweet-ass spin move, by the way. Sweet-ass spin move. But That one spin move, what happened? Where did he get it at? Swing move or swing pass. Out the flat. Something quick, bro. Dump it off to this man, right? He's got this type of talent. Just give him the football. Let him feel it in his hands. So I'm not mad at that fact, right? I'm not mad at that fact. I saw what I needed to see from Ashton Jeanty yesterday. I'm good with that. As far as I know, people are tripping about Zamir, right? I get people are tripping about Zamir, but let's be honest, y'all. He had 2 carries. There's come on now. It's 2 carries. What are we nitpicking about? It's only 2 carries. And number 2, right? Mostert is not playing. I really think Mostert is the second back. I don't understand what's going on there. So we'll see. But at the same time, I get we want to see Ashton Jeanty, and I do understand the sentiment of like, yeah, he's out there, he's got to make plays, and he actually does kind of got to get used more. But at the same time, I do see Pete's point. And this is where I'll kind of go away from the, from the main fold and say, like, I know we do want to see him, but I get Pete's point in saying, like, they're bringing him along because, like, y'all got to understand, and this is what I was scared of. We don't want this man to have a 5-year career where this is the shelf life. I mean, but that's real because that's the direction this is going. We see it. We see it early, right? Like this. Okay, he very well can make plays. He can do this, right? Oh, just give him the ball. Just give him the ball. Oh, now you look up, he got like 30-something, 40 touches, right? But I do understand his sentiment in saying like, not yet, because right now. He's taking unnecessary punishment in just running the football, right? And why I say that is the O-line is already fucking up, right? He's getting hit in the backfield. He's doing all this. He's having to make gargantuan plays already, right? I understand the sentiment of saying I'm not going to kill him right now because they're not doing their jobs right now, bro. They're not, and that's my thing. So again, I'm not worried about Jeanty anymore. I saw what I needed to say, right? And I get it, Dominique. You want to see him. You do want to see him. But, bro, he can't have no shelf life, bro. His shelf life can't be like 5 years, bro, because we're going to run his ass into the ground. That's just what it is. That is exactly what we're about to do. And this is the whole dilemma that we had, Dominique. This is what we said before the draft. This is what we said. If you go back and remember, we all said the same exact thing, right? Hey, if you're going to draft him, you feel what I'm saying? Let's not run him to the ground. But at the same time, this O-line ain't right. This O-line ain't right to maximize his talent. I know I said this at maximum before the draft. And I'm not trying to come out here and pat myself on the back and shit because we lost. But at the end of the day, this is a main crux of the whole thing. Sure, he can be talented. Jeanty can do all these things, but he relies on 5 other guys. And if these 5 other guys are not right, then we're not going to get what we're supposed to get from him. This is where we're at right now. This is where we're at, right? And I see everybody where it's like, run him, do this, do that. But it's like, they're not trying to kill him right now. I see it immediately. They're just trying not to kill him. And I know it could be like, yeah, I mean, we can disagree, and 100% we can disagree, but I just think that's what it is. And I'm not saying it's 100% right? Because he only had 11 carries. And I thought he was running the ball pretty well, to be honest with you. I thought he could have got the ball more yesterday as far as the run game a little bit. But in that too, this O-line ain't gonna maximize the whole shit. And we're gonna talk about that too. We gotta talk about the O-line, of course. And that ain't no excuse for me. But Dominique, I said the same thing. He should have never been drafted, honestly. That's no fault of his. He's a good back. But reality is reality. Exactly. What does this remind y'all of, folks? Huh? And then see, where the fuck is Money Chuck when you need him? Where's Money Chuck when you need him? Because honestly, bro, it's like this is Josh Jacobs all over again. It is. I know some of y'all don't want to hear it. You don't want to accept the truth, but by week 5 you will. It's okay. You'll come around, right? It's all right. I've come to understand on this YouTube game. Some of y'all just need to take a minute to accept the truth. That's okay, Right. And sometimes I'm wrong. I 100% admit it. But some of y'all take a minute to accept the truth. By week 5, some of y'all will 100% admit it. This is Josh Jacobs 2.0. It is. We have a talented running back that does not have a good O-line. Weird. Different shit, bro. Like, it's not different. How is it different? Somebody tell me how it's different. I want to know. Because it's not. We just replaced Josh Jacobs with another running back. That, yeah, he could be talented, but like at the same time, how are we going to maximize his talent if the O-line's not good? That never works. Our O-line sucked that year Gruden was the coach. Our O-line sucked Josh Jacobs' whole Raider tenure. Let's be honest with ourselves, bro. His whole Raider tenure, at best, the O-line for Josh Jacobs was average at best. Right. And he made shit happen in that 1 year. He led the league in rushing. This is what's happening here. This is what's happening here. 100%. He cannot get maximized. This O-line's not right. So we didn't give Josh Jacobs the money to draft a running back with high capital to have the same issue. I know some of you do not want to admit it, but that's fine. But that's where we are. And there's no way, shape, or form that this O-line is going to take this top 10 leap. No. So, Raider Pete, the whole main idea is the O-line is not good enough to run the ball consistently. They're not. This is the same situation that we had with Josh Jacobs. We have a running back who has to make things happen in the backfield, who has to do this 40 moves before he can get 4 yards. That's just where we are right now. He has to make like at least 3 people miss to get 4 yards. There's a couple times he might break through, but this O-line is not adequate enough. And that's the same thing Josh Jacobs was doing. It is. That is the exact same thing Josh was doing. He had to make 5 people miss in the backfield just to get a couple yards, and we all ooh and ah at a 5-yard run. That's what we're doing. So who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, I'm not mad at Genty himself. I think he's a good back. I think he's a good player. He can be a good player. But as far as the fucking as far as the O-line, they're complete ass. And let's really get into it, because I couldn't wait for this segment right here, dog. Woo, I couldn't wait for this segment. I was tossing, turning all night, waiting to get on screen to talk about the O-line. Here we go, right? Y'all want to know something crazy? And shout out to Rosetown real quick before I really get in, bro. And VB's in the building, man. A couple of those blocking plays, he could have been better. A couple of those blocking plays, he 100% could have been better. And shout out to Rosetown. And we're going to talk about that too, bro, because there are some things going on right now that needs to be dropped. And I ain't going to cap to y'all, and I'll leave a little bit of that like that, but there are some things going on right now that motherfuckers need to check nuts on. Genty should have gotten at least 20 carries. I agreed. I think he could have got the ball more. But this is where the crux of it is. The O-line is ass, and I was tossing and turning all night waiting to get on screen to talk about this, right? The player that we all was worried about and we thought was going to be trash played well. Alex Kappa didn't perform bad at all. He didn't. You want to know who was ass? And we talked about him the whole off season. We talked about him. I mean, every time we talk about this O-line, we bring his name up. Every time we speak about the O-line, there's one player. I always say, I don't know about him. He's a question mark. Something about, hey, he don't make me confident at all. There's always one. Parham is complete and utter ass. I don't give a fuck who sees it. I don't give a fuck who watches this. Parham is dumpster juice. Dumpster juice. I am sick and tired of watching 66 get fucking blown back into a play. I'm tired of it, dog. I can't take this shit no more, man. Bro, and I get, yeah, they were all terrible, but my focus is on that left guard, dog, because that's where it was. There was one play. This motherfucker is sitting in pass protection, which is supposed to be his shit, by the way. He's sitting in pass protection, and he's just sitting blocking grass. He looks at Deion Henley, turns around, and blocks grass, and completely watches the fucking linebacker sack Geno Smith. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? And pass protection is supposed to be his shit, right? That's supposed to be his bread and butter. Oh, man, he can pass protect. Oh, hey, he didn't gain 10 pounds, right? What they tell us. Oh, man, he didn't gain 10 pounds. Where the fuck did that go? That motherfucker must have been water weight. He shed that bitch quick, didn't he? Because all of a sudden, he lightened the ass again. Lightened the ass. And now getting driven back by a power D lineman once again. Once again. It always works like this with Parham, dog. I'm sick and tired of looking at it. This is the last year I want to see him. If it was up to me, bro, he'd have the pink slip today. Today, if it was up to me, right? What's the difference between I'd rather watch Caleb Rogers in that motherfucker. No cap to you. I'd rather watch Caleb Rogers at left guard. Hey, at least that's a rookie, right? I can deal with a rookie fucking up at times, doing bad plays. Sure. Dog, you a 4-year vet. Oh, no. Get Parham up out of here, dog. Because every time we go against a power rusher, they bully his ass. Bully him. Why? You want to know why I know he's soft as cotton too? I say it. You want to know why? How are you allowing a D lineman, right? Was it Tahir Tart, whoever it was? When Tahir Tart hits Geno Smith hella late, which wasn't a flag, by the way, you do nothing? Soft as cotton. That's on everybody on the O-line too, but that's especially your D lineman. That's your guy. And that motherfucker hits the quarterback late, and you just look at him. You just look at him and walk away. Soft as cotton, dog. Soft as a motherfucker, bro. Get him out of here. Tired of seeing it. Every power rusher is going to do the same thing to 66. It doesn't matter who it is. It don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? That's a weakness every D coordinator in the NFL will expose. Every single one. It don't even matter if you got a superstar D lineman. If you got some type of power to you, get on 66 ass. He's soft as a bitch. That's exactly what they saying. And y'all think week 3, they have Deron Payne. Ooh, he rubbing his hands like Birdman, dog. Deron Payne is rubbing his hands like Birdman this morning. Why? Because he get to watch the film and watch that he get to go against Dylan Parham next week. That's why. Rubbing his hands and can't wait. So, for me, bro, I'm done with him. I'm finished. I'm letting you gotta let the ink run dry on this contract, whatever it is, and let him go to free agency and do what the fuck he got to do. Meredith. Now let's focus on that one. Let's focus on Meredith because he was ass himself. His snaps are terrible. Terrible. It's bad. Geno Smith is playing fucking Michael Jordan all night. Catching snaps here, dog. Bro, what are we doing? All night, the man is catching snaps all over the place, bro. Not one snap was in his chest. Not one. And we sitting here still with this fucking Meredith experiment. But some of y'all wanted to, we riding the silver and black goggles. Let me put my pom-poms on. When Pete and everybody is switching the O-line and shit around, everybody want to put their pom-poms on and nobody want to actually challenge and question. Well, hold on. Meredith is in his first fucking year at center in the NFL, nonetheless. I'm not talking about first year at center, since college. This motherfucker's never played center. And some of y'all want to put the pom-poms on and just immediately just be like, oh, man, Pete knows what he's doing. We're not in the building. You sound dumb as a bitch today. Why? Because now the inexperience at center showed up against a better team. Against a better team, his snaps are all over the place, throwing off timing. That's exactly what happened yesterday. And now, right, which is crazy. Again, I don't have to say anything about Kappa. For real. There's nothing to say. And he was the one I was worried about. But it's everybody else, bro. Colton, not worried about Colton. It is what it is. Colton is a veteran. But the Parham, ass. Meredith, the other cheek. You feel what I'm saying? Both of them form one ass right there. Kappa wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. I'm not too mad at Kappa. DJ Glaze, hey, y'all ever watch SpongeBob? You know, and the episode with the sea bear, and the motherfuckers get to draw in the circle. You know what I mean? The sea bear see the circle, and like, you know, if it wasn't for the circle, if it wasn't for Dylan Parham and Jordan Meredith, or we be on DJ Glaze ass next. 100%. We be on his ass next. You can pause whatever you want, but he be next. Because he wasn't good his damn self either. But if it wasn't for them other two being so bad, the spotlight be on him. But as for right now, he's safe. He's safe for now. And he in his second year. Okay. You in his second year, sure. But he got one more week, because that's 2 straight weeks. His ass been getting pushed back too. I ain't forgot about DJ Glaze at the right tackle. That is 2 straight weeks that his ass ain't look good. So we're going to watch that there, right? But as far as the interior, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that, to be honest with you, because now JPJ returns. I want Parham gone. I want him gone, dog. Like, I don't, like, if it's up to me, bro, hey, man, appreciate you, by the way, man. Appreciate you being, appreciate you for being here, big dog. Yeah. Yeah, if I form a fullback, maybe, but I don't even think we have a fullback for real. Don't even think we have one of those. Could have been a fumble on Meredith. Bro, he's snapping the ball into his own ass, man. Snapping the ball into his own ass. Come on, man. Come on, dog. We about to be on a goddamn blooper reel. Let's be real, dog. Stop the experiment. How many of us came out here and said, why are we experimenting when you have an experienced center on the roster? You have one. If you really, really don't want Meredith out of the lineup, sure, get Parham ass out of there. Put Meredith at left guard. Put JPJ back at center. Let's move. I never understood the shuffling of this shit anyway, right? And now you've created something to where, to me, and we're gonna watch the film. Everybody that's a member, plug up. Everybody that's a member, after this, in about an hour at 11 o'clock, you got a live blunts and breakdowns episode. So you get extra content if you are a member of the channel, man. Make sure you guys tap in. We are going to be doing a live blunts and breakdowns episode for the members, man. So make sure you guys tap in. But yeah, we're gonna watch the film. But look, we created a scenario. Kappa was not bad. I'd like to see more, right? If he plays next week and if he plays this week and he plays well, then okay, we got something, right? And at that point, that's good, right? That's what you want. So now you can clearly see the deficiency, 6'6". You can clearly see what that is and get that up out of there, right? And then move and shuffle your experienced center to where he's supposed to be. That's it. That's all we want. That's all I want. Put JPJ back at center, dog. Stop the goddamn experiments that we got going on here. It just makes no sense. JPJ has snapped the ball hundreds of freaking times. Kappa and Meredith are lifelong guards. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. It's like, what are we doing? Bro, he's learning on the job. Like, we all have to understand that, bro. Meredith is literally learning on the job right now. We can't afford that. We just can't. And right, like, it's all power to him to be able to try to be versatile right now, bro. But like, he's got to grow, and he's got to grow quickly if we're going to do this, because the snaps are just bad. Snaps are bad. And he looked, I mean, we can all be honest with ourselves. Last year, he looked better as a guard. Up to this point, he has not looked how he has looked as a guard. So that's it. Man, my guy in the building, man, KD, he said we should have kept Jakob Johnson, the fullback. He on the Texans now. Yeah, I don't know if Chip like his fullbacks, though. Do we even have one on the roster? I don't even think we got a fullback on the roster, to be honest, bro. Meredith snapping into his curtains. Bro, like, dog, what are we doing? We gonna be on like the ESPN bloopers, dog. Like, Genty said LA just played too high and fire zone all game. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, pretty much. They wanted to make an example of JPJ for some reason. It's weird. Yep. And we're gonna stay on this topic as well of examples. You want to know who else it's weird with too? And I'm gonna be honest. Last night it showed to me, and I want to get to y'all chats. But it showed to me, and I want to get y'all opinion on it too. Whatever is going on with Jack Bash in the background, that shit need to cease because his ass need to get on the field. Unless he don't know what the hell he's doing, right? That's the only that's it. But whatever they got going on, whatever the fuck is not being disclosed, whatever the case, unless he just completely and utterly does not know the playbook, he needs to get on the field, dog. Jack Best needs to fucking play. Whatever the fuck they got going on with that, it needs to cease. It does. Because look, this is the thing, bro. And this is the thing. This game to yesterday is going to hurt Jakobi Meyers talks. Gonna hurt Jakobi. I said this to my pops yesterday, and I had this revelation. Now some people like again disagree, and let me know how if you disagree. But I think this is gonna hurt Jakobi Meyers talks. Why? Bowers was not his normal self, right? Bowers was not his normal self yesterday for whatever. It could be the injury, right? It could be he was a little slow. They wasn't really putting him out there and all the extra. He wasn't really his normal self. They wasn't really getting him the ball to the second half, right? In that regard, against a defense like this, you got to make plays. If somebody else has to make plays, right? Like somebody else has to get open. Yes, Geno Smith was throwing that motherfucker away like hot potato. That just is what it is, bro. He was playing hot potato with the damn footballer yesterday. But there were times. There's protection, right? He can move around, and it looked like he can't find nobody open. You know what I mean? It looked like he can't find nobody open. And it's mainly it's a result of kind of what the fuck the Chargers are playing as a coverage. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the players, it's what they playing. But either way, like they played that shit well, so it is what it is. So it's like somebody else got to win, right? Somebody else got to win. And this goes back into some of the points we talked about earlier on, right? Myers got it, bro. He was not winning. This is why kind of they're dragging their feet on the fucking contract talks. You have to understand, y'all, and none of this is disrespectful because y'all, I like Jakobi Meyers as a player, but we have to understand John Spytek just came from a place where they have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. He know what it looked like. You say what you want, bro. He knows what a number one receiver look like. As much as I love Jakobi, he is not that. He's not. And so these type of games are what hurts the contract talks because it's like if Bowers is not doing what he's supposed to do, who else is getting open? Who else is winning? Nobody else is winning. So it's like, off of that's going to hurt him. Thornton, we looked at that all night, strapped up. All night strapped up. And that was my question about Thornton. If he's not getting open deep, what else is he doing? Right? I know a lot of us in here wasn't really all on that, but you know, for the fan base that was on he's Randy Moss, he's all that, but it's like, understand, bro, there are steps that must be taken with him. And yesterday, if he's not winning deep, what else is he doing? Yeah, Isaiah, I'm with you. We got to do more crossing routes. But even with that, Trey Tucker stepped back yesterday, not winning, right? Now, Geno throwing him that jump ball in the end zone. I'm like, bro, why do quarterbacks on the Raiders continuously throw Trey Tucker jump balls? I don't understand. This motherfucker's 5'11". Stop throwing him that. This just makes zero sense. But he took a step back yesterday. Didn't really do what needed to be. But again, the game plan was to go underneath. And we didn't really execute like we should have. Michael Mayer had a couple catches here and there. But like, receivers kind of didn't really get open, man. And that goes to the point where it's like in a game like this yesterday, I would have liked to see Jack Best play more, bro. This is a physical game. These corners are physical. They're on our receivers. I love Trey, but in this type of game right here, like we got to scheme him in this type of game. Put Best on the field, bro. We need to fuck with these big physical corners. That's what we had to do yesterday. And I would have liked to see Best get in there because what do we say about him and his skill set? He's a physical type receiver. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I would have liked to see him out there a little bit more. Whatever the hell they got going on with him in the background, bro, if he's in a doghouse, whatever, they got to drop that shit. It's time to win. We got to win. Feel what I'm saying? Unless this man is, like, deplorable in the locker room and he just don't know what the fuck he's doing, that's different. But, like, whatever they got going on, bro, they got to drop that shit because he's got to get on the field. First of all, our second-round pick is taking no snaps. I mean, shit, let's talk about it in that frame. Our whole ass second-round pick is taking 0 snaps. None. They can't let this shit, like, fly, bro. He has to start getting on the field. Unless he's that trash. I don't think he's that, bro. Every time he's been on the field, I saw plays. He's actually did some shit that I'm like, okay, let's see some more. So I don't think it's that. I think it's some other shit. I just don't know what it is. So whatever they got going on, they got to drop that shit immediately. It's time to win. We got to win. Bolt up, boy. Oh, man. Yeah, that's exactly what all Charger fans say when they wake up in the morning. But I wanted Bowers to bench. Don't risk far injury. Nah, look. I think, you know, they were trying to play him smart. But yesterday he was needed. But it probably wasn't 100%. And I'm not mad at it. Look, you win this week, we're 2-1. So it's like, okay. You know what I mean? It's a tough pill. It's a tough pill to swallow. But you know, we got to go ahead and just frame it in the fact if we win this week, we're 2-1. We're all good. Right? We're all good. Don't get me started on there's missed calls. But Sam in the building, what's going on? Geno kept targeting Tucker. Tucker is short and was in traffic a lot. Yeah, bro, like in these type of games, physicality needs to be on the field. And like that's why I'm not understanding why Besh is not getting more targets. I don't get it. He's a second round pick, bro. He has to play. At some fucking point, bro. Shout out yeah, they were. I saw that too. But hey, it's football, dog. They low-key, that's what they're supposed to do. Best needed to play versus these aggressive DBs. We need a big body to get into the seams. Thank you. I don't get what they're doing with that. I just don't get it. If that, I don't even know if he's 5. I don't even know if Trey's 5'11" for real. The overthrows were plenty by Geno. The high one for Bowers spiked my blood pressure. Yeah, dog, no. That was a miss by Geno, bro. The one I know exactly what you're talking about, Pete. In the red zone. He got to put it on his body. Man. That was a miss by Geno. He was open. He got to put that on Bowers' body. But we'll get it. It's week 2. Maybe that's timing. Right? Maybe that's timing. So maybe that's something that they can get right. Because I don't expect Geno to miss that all the time. So that shit was trash last night, but I think we can get that right. No. Junior. I get y'all one, but be realistic about yourself. Hampton is overrated, bro. Hampton is not all that. He's not. Hampton is like a little upgraded Najee Harris, to be honest with you. That's what he is. Just a little upgraded Najee Harris. Y'all won. Congratulations. But let's be honest with ourselves. We talking running back shit for real. Hampton is not that great. He's not. He's cool. He's steady. You know what I mean? But he's not. He's Najee Harris upgraded. Not gonna lie, I smiled a little bit when Mac left. It was a tough play. That was a tough play to watch, bro. As soon as he did, I'm like, he broke his shit for sure. That was a tough play to watch. But, you know, I thought, of course, you're like, oh, shit, we got a better chance. These motherfuckers out. But didn't do anything with it, of course. And, again, I put it all on the offense. It's all on the offense. And I know it's a majority of the show, but it's like the offense is where the money's at. Chip is the highest paid coordinator in the league. Geno Smith just got a new bag. You just drafted a running back, all the extra. That's where the flash and all the money's at. They failed this last night, right? Again, this defense, as we talked about it, they supposed to be Swiss cheese damn near. We put all our eggs in the offensive basket in the offseason. If this and X, Y, and Z changes, then we have a better chance to win these type of games. That's what we said. And yet, it's the offense again that we're talking about. I feel like fucking Brian Kelly. Again, we're talking about the offense failing us. Again, the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. I just think that's what has to get better. That's what has to be consistent. We can't have up and down games as an offense. We have to stay and remain the same, right? Even when teams are taking this away, we have to be able to go to this and be able to get to this. Again, that's where all the money's at, bro. The defense is realistically playing their ass off for the individuals that are on the defense, and we're gonna get on that. Yep, 100%. This is where I'm at, and this summarizes the whole offensive total. Chip and Geno shit the bed yesterday. Offensive line as well, but Chip and Geno shit the bed. Yep, they shit the bed, bro. They both of them have to be better. They house junkies in the building. Appreciate you for being here. But Chip's playbook failed us. Yeah, bro. The offense got to be better. Period. There is no that is how we win these games, bro. If the offense is rolling. If the defense is gonna play like this for the entirety of the season, oh, bro, there's no excuse. Be real with yourselves, bro. Did y'all honestly in these first 2 weeks? If the defense is gonna play like this in the first 2 weeks, we've only gave up 13 points in one, 20 points in this one. Hey, that's more than enough to me. That's more than I can ask for, to be honest with y'all. I didn't even think they was going to give up this. I thought we was already going to be Swiss cheese. So, for real, if the defense is going to give you these chances, dog, you have to capitalize 100% because we don't know what's going to happen. We have zero clue. So, while the defense is balling, bro, we got to do what we're doing. So, yeah, 100% offense trash. Offense trash. So, we have to be better there. Now we can talk about some of the good. The defense, man. The defense, to me, they weren't perfect at all. They weren't perfect at all. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me get to the chat real quick before we get into this, man. Appreciate everybody for being here. Raider Jeff in the building. So for worth 2 games down and looking to what we need in the offseason is an O lineman and D lineman. We'll talk about right now and D lineman. I don't want nothing but O and D linemen for this next offseason. That's it. I don't want to look at no skill. I mean, yeah, a receiver would be nice. Another receiver would be nice. But realistically, I really don't want to look at no skill. In the draft, none of that shit. I don't want to see none of y'all talking about no receiver or nothing in the draft. All O linemen, all O and D linemen, all hogs. That's all I want. No sexy picks until fucking round 3 next year. Even that, damn near. Round 4. But even in free agency, I don't need no flash. No flash. Go to the trenches. That's it. So salute to Jeff, man. 100% with that, bro. I'm with you. Anthony, man, what's going on with you, man? Salute to you. Salute to you for being in the building, man. Appreciate you. Coach, man, what's going on? I was annoyed with how much they called blitzes. It was pretty much just giving the Chargers yards. Yeah. But we're going to talk about why. We got to talk about why, Coach. The real, we have to do that because we don't have the guys in the front 4 except Max. I mean, once again, as good as I think the defense is, right? And I think the defense is good, as good as I do think they are, or they played. We have to be honest with what this D-line is. Right now, it's Max in the game. I mean, that's what it is, bro. It's Max and the Temptations. That's it. That's it. Because as of right now, bro, nobody else is consistently getting any pressure. Not Malcolm Kuntz, not Tyree Wilson, not Adam Butler, not Thomas Booker. No one. And we'll be honest, yes, they'll flash here and there, right? Here and there. They'll make a play, a stun will be called, and they'll do something. Okay, yeah, that's nice. But when it comes to in the entirety of the game, we all see it, bro. It's only Max Crosby that has consistent pressure, which is the problem we had a couple years ago, right? Even the times that Malcolm Kuntz did show up a little bit, right? We have this same problem we had 2 years ago too, where our edges are showing up, but we're not really getting consistent interior pressure, right? So This is the thing I'm going to talk about the D-line. I like the defense, but as far as the D-line, we have to be honest with ourselves. And this is, again, where a lot of people were putting pom-poms on when shit happened. And I get it, right? It was a weird incident. It was weird. But we have to also be honest with where we're at. We never have replaced that talent of Christian Wilkins. We have not. That you can say X, Y, and Z about him and what he did, about the situation, sure. But the reality of the situation is that talent has not been replaced. Yeah, we replaced it with Thomas Booker, a player, a body, but he's not the same caliber of player that Christian Wilkins is. So in that regard, we're lacking there. We're back to square one. We're back to where we were before we even had the idea of signing Christian Wilkins. And remember that, right? I don't even think a lot of people, we just like purge shit from our minds. Before we even signed Christian Wilkins that year prior, y'all remember that. Y'all remember how that interior was and what we were saying. That's where we are again. We're saying the same shit, right? And, oh, yeah. Hey, some people, man, we have rookies, man. Oh, we got rookies. We can do this. Both them motherfuckers was inactive yesterday. Both of them. Not one played. Tonka played like 3 snaps last week and then got inactive this week. So you got me if you're telling me that we drafted a first or second round D lineman. Like, okay, sure, yeah. By that means you goddamn right. Get his ass out there. We got a D lineman. Yeah, let's see him perform. We didn't do that. These motherfuckers got drafted in the 5th and 6th round. We're asking a lot. And then now, like, Adam Butler has to perform. We're asking Adam Butler to do what Christian Wilkins did. And when that's never been Adam Butler's role. And we're asking Thomas Booker to be Adam Butler, which has never been his fucking role. So it's like, you know, for right now, they're performing well enough to what I believed what the talent was, right? I thought, you know, we wouldn't be able to do anything for real, but there are some times where we are getting some pressure, but it has to be on stunts. It has to be on sometimes blitzes. That's how we're getting this pressure. But when it's one-on-one, you know what I mean? And like the chips are down and shit, like, bro, like we're not winning these except Max. And he's getting double teamed over there, which we saw multiple times with tight ends and running backs yesterday. Nobody else is winning consistently. Nobody else is winning consistently. So yeah, I already got my eyes on a couple D linemen in the draft. I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. I already got my eyes on one. I got my eyes on a couple O linemen already. That's where I'm at because that's where we need to go. That's all we need to really shape out where we want to go. We have to get our trenches stronger, bro. We have to get the trenches stronger. So, but as far as yesterday though, Luwalu did have a sack, so that was nice, right? They could not run the ball. I mean, when you look at their yardage though, and really go down to it, as far as what they did as a team, the Chargers only had, right? If you go down to their rushing stats, look at that. 9 carries, 31 yards. Justin Herbert's the leading rusher for them, right? As far as everybody else, bro, Najee Harris is only averaging 3 yards a carry. Omarion Hampton is only averaging 3 yards a carry. It was the same thing with the Patriots, right? And we called it out too, and we all said it, like, we're going to be a good run defense. That's going to happen. We have the Hogs for that. As far as to be a good run defense, we got the guys to do that. It's the pass rush that worries me, but for here, bro, good numbers again. Defense balling in the run game. You make them one-dimensional. Okay, fine. Now we scroll down, and here again, this is where the problem lies. This motherfucker right here, there's going to be some people, look, I don't care. I'm going to be a hater this morning. There's going to be some people taking victory laps on that first name on the screen, right, with Quentin Johnston. Let's be honest with ourselves. What the fuck did he really do, right? He was wide the fuck open on a blown coverage that Blue Kelly and Palomau did not communicate on, which Palomau had a rough day yesterday. He had a very rough day. As far as the secondary goes, Palomau was rough. But, yeah, I mean, it was a blown coverage. It is what it is. He had 3 catches. He didn't do anything. Before that, he was strapped the fuck up, honestly, when you was in his face. So, Quentin Johnston still, I'm not worried about that. It is what it is. He had a wide, kudos to him. Keenan Allen, That's the one I was worried about, you know what I mean? But it's like he's getting these cheap zone yards, right? I mean, he's just finding gaps in zones and he's exploiting those. Even the touchdown he had, it was a broken play. It wasn't on script. He had to run around. He had to do this and that. So, you know, he had a pretty good game. But like it wasn't like backbreaking, right? It wasn't backbreaking like I thought it would be. The other one that I thought would kill us, McConkey, 48 yards, right? Again, we talked about it. It's like a shooter in basketball, man. Sometimes certain guys are gonna get them yards. Certain guys will get the yards. McConkey will get his yards, man. Keenan Allen might get some yards. It's about everybody else and how it's about the role players. How good are they playing? The backbreaker was the Johnston touchdown. Again, if he doesn't have that fucking touchdown, bro, it's 10-6. It's 10-6. So it's always about limiting those role players, bro. You know what I mean? For real. Because you gotta like just you can say we're gonna take this dude away all you want, but in today's NFL, especially in the passing game, bro, that's very solemn. You take somebody away like that. So with them, they got some yards, but it wasn't backbreaking yards. The backbreaking yardage was when Quentin Johnston had the wide ass open touchdown. So that was it. But that was it. But other than that, bro, like nobody else really killed us through the air. Herbert was passing to everybody, but nobody killed us through the air. Nobody killed us through the air. I'm not gonna cap to you, man. It wasn't a complete. Oh my God, he's killing us everywhere. Like at the end of the day, there was pressure, bro. We was in his face. He had to make shit happen with his legs. That's really where it is. And again, we scroll back up to here. That's really where this right here is where like it gets you. This is where it gets you, right? Like, yeah, you know what I mean. He was throwing these nice little safe passes. When we started playing zone, that's when they was exploiting us. But to me, bro, like this is what the fuck kills you, dog. When he starts running and you can't get him on, when you can't get him on the ground, that is where it kills you, bro. Like when he threw the touchdown to Keenan Allen, you got to get him on the ground. You can't let his legs be a factor. Whenever Justin Herbert's legs are a factor, that's when you in trouble. If he's not running around and doing shit like that, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Why? Hey, we saw it in the fourth quarter, bro. Because if he's not running around and he's just throwing that motherfucker and, you know, he's scrambling in his brain, he almost threw a fucking pick to Pratt when you don't have him running around. But once he starts using his legs and doing all the extra, bro, like, you know, that's when he's allowed to kill you like that. So, yeah, for me, bro, we had to limit Justin Herbert's running, and we didn't really do that quite effectively like I thought. He shook Devin White out his shoes on one goddamn play, so that was bad. But everybody else, like I said, we didn't get like completely killed through the air. Now, some dudes had rough games, right? Some dudes had rough games. Palomar had a rough game yesterday. He definitely gave up a touchdown at least. It was a touchdown at least. So he gave one up for sure. Stokes didn't have that clean of a game either. I don't think Stokes had that clean of a game. It could have been better. Blue Kelly was all right to me. He was all right. I don't think there's anything for Blue Kelly. I was like, to be super mad at, super picky on. Chin played well, in my opinion, as well. I think Chin played well. But, you know, a lot of the things we're talking about the defense, again, it's nitpicking. It's going to be nitpicking. They only gave up 20 points. Yeah, and we're sitting here 34-9. Or the Bears score, right? The Bears scored and motherfuckers scoring 52 points. Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm out here. We're talking a whole different scenario, but that's not the case. It's not the case, right? I think there are things to build on with the defense for sure. I think the defense can only get better, to be honest with y'all. Like they're not even jailed for real. I don't even think they're jailed. So the defense will get better. I like, you know, there are certain times PG gets on my fucking nerves with that goddamn prevent. You get that zone shit. He gets to doing it. He gets on my nerves. I don't know why we start backing off of these receivers when we were killing them in this press man coverage at the beginning of the game. Then we start getting soft. And then all of a sudden they start finding zones and all the extra. It's like, bro, like we got to stop that, dog. Like, understand When you're in these when you in they shit, bro, like Quentin Johnston and all, like, bro, get in their face. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get these motherfuckers all this free yards to run and roam and all the extra shit. Can't do that, bro. And that's, we started to do that and then we tightened up again. But, it's sometimes it's kind of hard with PG. I know it gets on my nerves, but then I can see the other side where it's hard because we have to get pressured by blitzing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to get pressured by bringing extra people, and that leaves us vulnerable. And we can't play man-to-man all the time when we blitz. So I definitely understand that side of it. And again, we only gave up 3 points. So we can say this and that, but the defense is the bright spot. It's the offense that let us down. Facts. PG always seems to complicate the D scheme. Yeah, when it doesn't need to be, man. At the beginning, it's like, all right, stick with what's working. They don't have much success against this. But lo and behold, as soon as we start getting soft and playing zone, Quentin Johnston has a free, just wide release to the middle of the field to run this post corner, and now all of a sudden we're discombobulated. You know what I mean? Like, no, get your hands on these motherfuckers, bro. You see what it is, bro. He don't do well when you get physical with his ass. That just is what it is. So I don't know why we stopped. But I do think the defense can be better, though. Even what we've seen, I still think we can be better. I'm not mad at Blue Kelly. Not mad at it. Stokes kind of needs to get his shit together a little bit, but it's not terrible. Yesterday, we masked the fact either Darnay Holmes played a pretty solid game, and we also masked the fact that our nickel spot is not all that strong yesterday. We're masking it okay. But yeah. We'll see. As far as the defense, bro, I think we can continue to grow in that end, but the offense got to help us out, right? We can't go into this next game and the defense continues to play well on the road against Marcus Mariota. If that happens, right? And even so, like, we at the very minimal, Jaden Daniels will be hobbled, right? So defense can't continue to play well, and all of a sudden we look and the offense can't score a lick, right? Like that's gonna piss me off. And especially against the Commanders. Last time I saw the Commanders, they let Josh Jacobs run wild. They was getting blown the fuck back by that offensive line that last game. So I expect us to run the ball, get physical. That'll tell us that this game will tell us a lot, folks. This game will tell us a lot, folks, because I want to see how we bounce back. I want to see exactly how Pete has this team bouncing back from this type of loss. It's going to tell us a lot about the mentality, especially Geno too. What we doing, bro? We do 3 picks in front of the home crowd, nonetheless. So we'll see. Mike, you know what? This is true. But I also do think your boy's good, though. I'm actually not mad at what I saw. I'm not mad, bro. He's straight. He's straight. He's straight. We gonna have to get that O-line correct, man, this offseason. That is what it is. UA Mail, he says the defense won't, and appreciate you for being here, big dog, but he says the defense won't matter because the O-line will not allow sustained drives. Fact. That's just what our O-line is the problem, bro. It's where it stems. Where it all stems. Jake Long says our offense will get rolling. We got to beat Washington and beat the Bears. Yes. Because both of those teams aren't playing well. But, we'll see where we go to because we didn't come off our best showing either. So let's see how we bounce back. Hopefully our veterans, right, can say, all right, let's right the ship. Right, let's right the ship, get us back on track. That's not who we were. This is who we are. Right, all right, so let's go. Defense gave us the ball, and even the Chargers was giving us the ball. They were playing to lose. We didn't capitalize. 100%, bro. They gifted us the game multiple times. Like, here, you do it. You take it. Multiple different instances in that second half where we could have taken control of the game. But we did not. Offensively, that's on them. That's on Chip. That's on Geno. That's on them too. We have to take control of that, bro. I just watched the Buccaneers an hour prior before our game fucking drive down the field 80 yards for a go-ahead touchdown. I just watched it. But guess what? That's a playoff team. situations, right? That's a playoff team. We got to get in these situations, bro. We got to learn. We're young, right? We're young. And that was my whole crux of the whole thing. And we'll talk about it in the rundown, but we're a young team, bro. We got to learn how to win these motherfucking games, bro. Sometimes even these games where it's like we're not playing good, but you can sense it. They trying to give us this game. Okay, bet. They trying to give us this game. House says facts. D did their job, keeping the Fultz under 20 points, which gave the O the opportunity to at least tie or even win again. That's it, man. That's it. One touchdown changed the whole complexity of it. Always change the complexity. Chip Kelly called a bad game. Salute Raider Laws. Yeah, agreed. I don't like the game he called. Dual 12 says next week's headline: Max Crosby breaks Daniels in half and lost to Commanders 13-27. Hey, I hope not, bro. I hope not. Even if he does play, man, he's not gonna be able to run like he normally does. So that's at least some of it, right? Yeah, we should be all right. Pete will push the guys a little more. Gino will fix those mistakes. I'm concerned about this damn O-line. Yeah, 100%. Anthony, it's just something we ain't gonna be able to fix, bro, unless they just check nuts and get better. Like, we're just not gonna be able to fix it this year. We're not. We got to get dudes. We got to get the guys. We don't have the guys. Eric, man, what up with you, man? Salute to you. Salute to you. Ja, we can be looking at 2-1. Exactly. That's exactly why I'm not going off the rails. Now, there are some players that I'm pissed off with, but I'm not going off the rails because look, y'all, doom and gloom, all this, it's an L. But if we win next week, bro, we're 2-1. We're 2-1 playing a Bears team that's not playing well. And also, it's a three-way tie in the division because out of somebody between the Chargers and Broncos next week, they will both be 2-1. Right? So, or, oh, no, yeah. No, yeah. If the Chargers beat the Broncos. Yeah, if the Chargers beat the Broncos, then that's what it's looking like, right? I believe so. No, the Broncos beat the Chargers. That's where I'm at. Yeah, my brain is scrambled. That looks weird to me right now. Dyslexia on screen right there in front of y'all. But yeah, appreciate everybody for tapping in. Again, man, the defense played well. I think, if we're gonna keep giving up 20 to 13 points, we got to win game. We got to win these games with offensively. We got to win these games offensively. If we're just gonna give up 20 to 13 points, and that's what our threshold is defensively, and a turnover a game, because right now that's what we averaging, a turnover a game, then yeah, the offense got to fucking perform. That's just where we are, right? That the money was spent there. The bread, the acquisitions were there. There's no excuses. We got to perform better. And that it falls on Gino's shoulders, falls on Chip's shoulders, and that O-line, right? 3 out of the 5 guys on the O-line need to look themselves in the mirror this morning. 3 out of the 5, right? The other, Colton Miller and Kappa, go grab yourselves a smoothie or something from the kitchen. Y'all deserve the shit. Y'all was straight. Everybody else, they got, hey, bro, it's time to check nuts. It's time to check nuts on that O-line. 3 out of them motherfuckers right there, bro. If it was me today, that left guard, somebody should be shaking in their boots for their spot today, for their job. I ain't gonna cap. Somebody should. But hey, we'll see. I do think we can again. We win on Sunday. The ship is looking better. 2-1. 2-1. Playing the Bears team that's not great. So I don't know, Mel. I don't know about that, Mel. He was better than Kappa. Kappa. He was better than Parham. He was better than Parham. I'm not gonna say that. I wasn't even looking at Kappa for real. Now I'm like, oh my God, he's giving this shit up. He's doing all that. I don't think he was that bad. But about to get on out of here, man. So y'all know what it is, man. We're gonna go ahead and end it off on this right here. The rundown, man. Well, we took that L, man. 1-1. It was a bad showing in front of the home crowd, nonetheless. And we talked about it yesterday. It's always like the organization, everybody gets us hyped. We show up, we black out the stadium. They look like shit. It's just like it's like the seasons, bro. It's like it's like winter, summer, fall, like you know what I mean, spring. It always comes around, bro. Organization gives us hype. We come in all black. We're ready to get rowdy. They look terrible. So there's that. You know what I mean? It always happens. We have to change this. 19-24 at home. Something has to give. Something has to give. As far as the offense, we just talked about it at length, man. Just ass, complete ass. Offensive line terrible. Offense could be definitely better. Defense held it down to a degree. They held it down, man. But only so much you can do when your offense is not scoring and not giving you any breaks and any rest. Only so much you can do, right? So, going into next week, y'all know it's Tuesday already. So tomorrow we are back with another rundown show. We are going to be starting our week off again, right? Of course, with tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about the Commanders game. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, 6:00 Pacific time. Going to be a dope show. So we're going to tap in with the Commanders, see what we need to do, see what their injury report looks like, see what ours looks like. We're on a short week, bro. So we got to really, really get ourselves in gear. But 2-1 if you win, and looking good going into week 4, right? Feeling good going into week 4. So I don't know. We'll look at what we need to do. I know it's all doom and gloom right now, but it's gonna be bad. So and everything looks bad. But there are some positives to take away from the game. And at the same time, bro, we can see how the mindset and what this veteran coaching staff, what they can do with this team going into this type of game. How do they look? If we go in, right, and it's y'all know what I'm going to say, if it's like an Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints type of game where we're not getting past the 50-yard line again and we can't run the ball still and we look like complete ass, oh, yeah. Yeah, we coming out here and we having conversations. But, hey, if we come out here and the mindset's different, say we come out here, we win, right? That's a different scenario. Now we're having different language. So let's see how this works out. Remember, man, for your regularly scheduled programming, everybody that is here, make sure you tapping on the like button for your boy, man. I appreciate everybody that's tapping in. Had a nice strong crowd in here today. Almost 80 to 90 at a time, man. So appreciate everybody, man. For a morning live too. So much love. Hit that like button if it's your first time here and you're feeling what you're hearing. Hit the subscribe button as well, man. I appreciate everybody that is tapping in with us on this beautiful morning. Again, once we hit that 3K, it's gonna be tough to get this bitch off now. But when we hit 3K, we're doing the Geno Smith giveaway, man. Shit, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's a free jersey. Fuck it, it's a free jersey. Might change it. We might change it depending on. But right now we're gonna stick to it. Geno gonna get to his guns, bro. Geno gonna get to his guns, and we're gonna be straight. But we'll do a jersey giveaway as soon as we get there. Anyway, we're doing a jersey giveaway as soon as we hit the 3K. So appreciate everybody for being here and tapping in again. So tap in with some of y'all, man. I know you pissed before we leave on out of here. I know you mad. Yeah. Some of y'all, we got to see. We got to wait, man. We got to wait. I'm not going to go that far with Spy taking all the extra. I'm not going to go that far. It's year 1. We talked about it in the offseason here. That's kind of why I'm not like super tripping. It's year 1. He's not going to be able to do everything he needs to do. There's some gaps in his roster already. We know, right? I mean, shit. I feel you, Isaiah. I feel you. But it's like, bro. Yeah, free ball signed by the defense. Free ball signed by the opposing defense with the Geno jersey. As of right now, bro. But real talk, Isaiah, I'm with you. Before we get out of here, I'm with you, bro. Like, we sat here and said it all off season. Now, there are some people, this is why, hey, I respect everybody on the space, right, in this YouTube space. But when it comes to this content shit, when it comes to this YouTube shit, I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't think nobody can fuck with me. I don't. Because here, we talk real ball here. And we understand at certain points, we said this in the offseason, bro, like, this is Spy taking Pete's first year. They're not going to be able to fix every single thing that we know is wrong with this team. We knew going into here, we knew going into here that, like, hey, the O-line is a problem. Once you lost Christian Wilkins, hey, this D-line ain't super consistent. Cornerbacks, little issue. Isaiah Palamal, how much did we say, hey, he ain't never really played free safety before. It's going to be learning curves. We said it multiple times, right? Now, Geno playing like ass, that ain't really something where you're like, oh my God, you expect to see him throw 3 interceptions all the time. But like, there are certain things on this roster, on this team, that are not going to be fixed right now. They're just not. And we weren't going to be able to do that. And those deficiencies will show up and rear their ugly heads at times. It's about how are we masking these shits? That's my question of it. Because we already know what it is. How are we going to mask this shit? You know what I mean? Like, how are we going to make sure that these deficiencies aren't that glaring of a problem once we play the game? Now, next year is where my spotlight is on Spytech. Be honest with y'all. That's my spot. That's where my spotlight is. This next offseason is where we should judge him, because that's where we can say, all right, bro, you had a whole year. You understood what you did wrong, what you didn't get in this last offseason, and he came in hella quick. He had to do the draft when he first came in and all the extra. Fine. But this next year, this is where you got to get his players. This is where he's got to draft. Really, I mean, he drafted his guys, but as far as the free agency and all the extra, this is where you got to get Spytech, and he's got to put his stamp on it. That's where I'm going to judge him. This year, right now, I'm not going to judge him like that. Not for the GM. Not for the GM. Right now, in the midst of what we're on, this is all coaching. Leave Spytech the fuck out of it. Spytech is out. His job is done, pretty much. I mean, he can acquire a player here and there and do what he's supposed to do, but he's a GM, bro. There's nothing he's doing. There's nothing he can do right now. His job was in the offseason. That shit's over. This is Pete and all them now. This is where our focus needs to go, because this is who's running the ship right now. Ain't nothing Spytech can do. He ain't trading for no fucking Derrick Henry. He's not trading for the Eagles' offensive line. Like, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting these people overnight. So this is all fucking Pete, Chip, PG, O-line coaches, D-line coaches, all the above. That's who the focus is on. Once we get to the offseason, if Spytech don't do a goddamn thing, now we can trace it all back. That's where I'm at. This is where you can get it for sure. You can say that 100%. 100% you can say that. You can definitely say that, and that's where you get it. But some players are performing well. So then that's the flip side of it, right? Where it's like, yeah, you drafted Genty, which a lot of us were like, come on, bro, like, we don't have an O-line. But the flip side, look at the defense. Look how many people was balling that was acquired, right? So can't say that. There are some signings he's made that's going pretty well. But there's also, he's gonna have his L's. We're just hoping that this Genty shit ain't one of them, because how long is it gonna take for you to build the O-line is the question. But I'm over here talking and all the extra. I done promised the wifey, man, we're gonna go get something to eat. So I'm over here talking to y'all, and I'm getting dirty looks, of course. But we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Much love for all the members. Remember, if you're not a member, make sure you go ahead and tap in with the Rundown Realist, man, because we're going to be doing the blunts and breakdowns in a little bit. And for all the members, that's where we go ahead and go over film from yesterday's game. So tap in if you are a member. We'll see you in shortly, and we will be doing a little film session here shortly. But for everybody else, man, I will see you tomorrow, 6 o'clock Pacific time, for the next episode of the Rundown, where we tap in with the Commanders. Till then, y'all know what I say every time, man. Y'all know what I say every time we end the show. We keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. Much love. Hey, try to get this loss out your systems. Do what y'all need to do. But I'm going to see y'all tomorrow or an hour from now. Peace.